Swadika, and thank you for joining us for the midday edition of NBT World Brief right here on NBT and NBT World. And you're with me, Tra Thirak Alsan. Prime Minister and Interior Minister ANUTIN Chanvirakul is in Laos for his first official overseas visit since taking office, as Thailand and the Lao PDR mark 75 years of diplomatic relations. Prime Minister ANUTIN Chanvirakul is paying an official visit to the Lao PDR at the invitation of Lao Prime Minister Sonsai Siphandon. During the visit, he will hold bilateral talks with his counterpart and pay a courtesy call on President Thonglun Sisulit. The visit aims to strengthen the Thailand-Lao PDR strategic partnership for growth and sustainable development, with discussions expected to cover transnational crime suppression, cross-border issues, economic connectivity, and people-to-people relations. Foreign Minister Siyasak Phongket said Laos plays a key role as a land bridge linking Thailand's trade routes to China and Vietnam. He added that His Majesty the King will preside over the opening of the second Thai-Lao Friendship Bridge in December, a symbol of the country's long-standing friendship. The Prime Minister's visit will also include cooperation on security, drug suppression, scam prevention, and air pollution. At 3:30 p.m., he is scheduled to hold a phone conversation with the President of South Korea from the Thai Embassy in Vientiane, mainly to discuss APEC cooperation. However, the issue of scam centers is also expected to be raised, as South Korea is making serious efforts to crack down on such operations in Cambodia after one of its university students was beaten to death there. Following talks between the prime ministers of Thailand and South Korea, Seoul has stepped up efforts to crack down on scam operations in Cambodia to protect its citizens. And most recently, it has issued a code black travel ban for parts of the country. South Korea has issued a code black travel ban, the highest level of travel advisory for parts of Cambodia, including Poipet and Kampot, and urged its citizens to leave areas such as Sihanoukville. The ban comes amid growing concerns over scam centers where more than 1,000 South Koreans are believed to be involved, among roughly 200,000 workers of various nationalities. Seoul reported that 63 South Koreans were detained by Cambodian authorities, with both voluntary and involuntary participants in the scam operations. Between January and August this year, about 330 South Koreans were reported missing or detained, with 80 still unaccounted for. The response team includes officials from the police and intelligence agencies who will also join Cambodian authorities in investigating the death of a South Korean college student allegedly kidnapped and tortured by a criminal ring. The United Nations and Amnesty International warned that Cambodia's scam centers, which have proliferated since the COVID-19 pandemic, generate billions of dollars annually for criminal networks and involve human trafficking, forced labor, and torture. South Korea's strong action highlights the growing international concern over transnational fraud and the risks facing its citizens in the region. The Defense Ministry spokesperson has reiterated Thailand's clear position. Cambodia must accept 4 conditions before any discussion on other issues, especially the reopening of border checkpoints. Rear Admiral Surasan Kongshiri, spokesperson for the Defense Ministry, addressed comments by Hun Sen, president of Cambodia's Senate, who reportedly pressured Thailand to reopen the Thai-Cambodian border by October 20th. Thailand has made clear that no measures beyond the 4 conditions will be considered. These conditions include the withdrawal of heavy weapons, clearance of landmines, crackdown on scammers, and management of border areas, as agreed in past Thai-Cambodian General Border Committee meetings. Now, regarding speculation that Hun Sen is pressuring Thailand due to potential loss of revenue, Rear Admiral Surasan said there is no confirmed information, though cross-border trade may be affected by Thailand's checkpoint closures. He emphasized that Thailand's measures are appropriate and follow international principles to pressure Cambodia. Last night, via Hun Sen's Facebook post, Senate spokesman Jia Thirit rejected claims made by Thailand's Defense Ministry spokesperson that he had pressured Thailand to reopen the border checkpoint by October 20th. Hun Sen emphasized that Cambodia has never requested Thailand to reopen the checkpoint. In a previous post on September 23, 2025, he stated that since Thailand unilaterally closed the border, Cambodia has only communicated that Thailand should reopen it without any negotiation or request from Cambodia. He added that Cambodia's stance will not change and that the country will not stoop so low to beg for the border to open, asserting that Thailand may keep it closed for 100 years without harming Cambodia. Deputy Prime Minister BOWORNSAK has outlined a timeline for the next general election and a possible constitutional referendum, confirming that both could take place on March 29, 2026. During a parliamentary session on October 15th, Deputy Prime Minister BOWORNSAK explained the schedule for the next election and possible constitutional amendment. Under the current 2017 Constitution and related acts, the House of Representatives must be dissolved within 4 months after the Cabinet presents its policy statement. This sets the dissolution date on January 31st, 2026. After the dissolution, elections must be held within 45 to 60 days, making March 29, 2026 the likely date. If the constitutional amendment requires a referendum, the vote should ideally be held on the same day as the election to save costs. To meet legal requirements, Parliament must approve the third reading of the draft constitution between December 15th until the 20th. This gives time for the Speaker and Prime Minister to work with the Election Commission to set the referendum date. Meanwhile, Prime Minister ANUTIN confirmed that the March 29, 2026 election fits the timeline and stressed that the referendum must be coordinated with the Election Commission. The Ministry of Public Health is stepping up efforts to enforce smoke-free zones and crack down on illegal sales of cigarettes and e-cigarettes. Secretary to the Minister of Public Health, Chitra Meethong Thanakon, Director General of the Department of Disease Control, Montien Kanasawat, and officials from the Consumer Protection Board visited SILOM to inspect restaurants, bars, massage shops, and spas. The team focused on controlling e-cigarette sales and enforcing smoke-free zones to protect the health of residents and tourists. Inspectors placed no smoking stickers in establishments and asked business owners to encourage visitors not to smoke. 6 businesses were found violating the law by failing to provide smoke-free zones and were each fined 50,000 baht. Compliant establishments will be monitored through periodic undercover inspections. The ministry plans to expand these checks to other areas of Bangkok and nationwide to strengthen public safety and health standards, especially in places frequented by tourists. And that wraps up our midday edition of NBT World Brief. Stay updated with the latest developments right here on NBT and NBT World. And for more stories, simply scan the QR code on your screen to access our full coverage across all media platforms. Until next time, Sawasdee ka.